Now we have 3 companies. Each one is given 2 minutes to tell us what they're doing. You've seen there some ideas, but the importance to our economy of having these young communities, young companies, coming up with great new ideas just can't be overstated. So I guess we're going to go in the order we have here. So I'll ask the leaders from Contagt to come on up. You've got a clock right over here. Now there's a clock there. Welcome.
All right.
Welcome.
Hi.
Okay, your time starts. Away you go.
All right. My name is Johannes. I'm from Contagt, and we do indoor navigation, especially for the enterprise market. So for big office buildings, company sites, we offer indoor navigation. And with this data, with this navigation service, companies can improve processes within buildings, and they get a very new layer of data within the building. What is special about us is, first of all, our technology. We combine different technologies, NFC, QR. We have eye beacons, so we get a high accuracy up to 1 or 2 meters within buildings, the positioning. Second of all, very high data security. So it's not a big brother system where everybody's getting tracked all the time, but it's more like a helper system, something that takes you at the hand and guides you where you want to go. And third of all, we can really customize the system. We can have the CI of the company that uses the system. We can customize the functions. So we really have a one-of-a-kind product for enterprises to guide their visitors and to guide their employees within buildings. And we are over there, so if you want to find us or see a live demo of our system, just come 10 meters to the left, please. Thank you.
Great. Well, let me ask a couple of questions.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in the smart city world here we're talking about. So I guess you're talking about making the buildings even smarter and a better experience. Can you tell us a little about your market research? How do you know anybody wants this as compared to what we do today?
It was really trial and error, I guess. Our first idea was to have a solution to find your car again in a parking lot or parking garage.
I like that. I lose my car in airports all the time.
But the problem is, of course, that we don't have any internet underground. Our solution is also working offline, but still, it's quite tricky. So we started just having different use cases, different kinds of buildings, different types. And it emerged that really companies are searching for solutions like this, especially when they have big sites, different buildings, online, indoor, outdoor navigation combined. So this is what we are targeting at the moment. But also, for example, we have administration buildings, we have museums, so it's different kinds of use cases really for this kind of system.
And what's the state of the company? Do you have any prototypes running or that sort of thing?
We have a product version 1.0, so it's really running, and we have 10 different projects now at the moment, talking with bigger clients now. So yeah, it's working, and you can purchase it if you want to.
Any fast questions from the audience at all? I'll repeat them just so they're on the mic if anybody has. Just a quick one? No? How much money are you looking for?
As an investment?
Yeah.
At the moment, 2 million euro. And that's something around this.
And where will that take you to?
Next step would definitely be having the product version 2.0 and having 50 pilot cases. So this is the next target for this year.
Great. Okay. Well, let's have it for this. Send your money over here. Thank you.
Really?
Grab a seat. Okay, next. KIWI.KI. Carry on. How are you?
Hi.
Nice to see you.
So KIWI is a super convenient access as a service for apartment buildings. You simply take this little transponder anywhere in your pocket, and as you approach your door, it automatically opens. You don't have to take it out or press any button or hold it against anything, nothing. It's that simple. You can also control and open your doors with your mobile phone. Degewo is one of the largest real estate companies in the world. They've just announced in this recent Spiegel that they are going to roll out KIWI in all of their real estate, meaning 75,000 apartments. Who else is benefiting from KIWI? Now, we are working, for example, with Deutsche Post. Have you ever realized that, that the mailmen have, in half of Europe, a metal key to enter the building to do their job? We have an exclusive agreement with Deutsche Post for the entire Germany, and we're working as well with waste management companies. We're working with service providers. We're working with firemen, ambulances, and many, many real estate companies just like Degewo that are already using KIWI. My name is Christian Bogatu. I'm a previous McKinsey consultant for 5 years and previously co-founded Kirsten Global Security, which is now one of the leading market leaders in container security. We have a team of 30 experts with KIWI in Berlin, and we are rolling out worldwide our infrastructure, which is patented and proprietary, and we are looking for partners and investors to help us grow even faster.
Well, thank you very much. Now, what kind of partners are ideal partners for you?
Sorry?
What kind? You say you're looking for partners. What's an ideal partner, an ideal profile of a partner for you?
For example, we are already in touch with large lock manufacturers because we're not designing the lock ourselves. So we are partnering with big lock manufacturers that know how to make the mechanics of and security of the lock itself. And we are happy to integrate the KIWI solution into these locks. For example, same as Deutsche Post in Germany, there's other posts around the world that may have the same problem. Same as waste management companies. So right now, we are still very much focused on the Berlin and the German market. But as we speak now, we are also looking abroad, obviously.
One fast other question about security. So I've got this, and all of a sudden my door opens and everything else. Of course, if I drop it on the floor and somebody else comes along, they can open my door, I guess.
Not with KIWI. If you lose your transponder, your key, you can take out your phone, you disable that key,
okay,
and it's immediately disabled. Or you can, if you don't have your phone, or if you don't have a smartphone, then you call us, and you can disable it just like if you lose your credit card.
Great.
So it's super secure and super convenient. And I have one announcement to make. Here is the new transponder, the new key. I can't really show it to you because we will reveal it at 4 p.m. on the other side of the room in our press conference at 4 p.m.
I thought you meant it was your ring, that's the new transponder. No? Well, thank you very much.
Maybe in 2 years.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
So I'll come by here.
Okay, Xetal, I guess. Is that how we pronounce it?
Xetal. That's depends on the country.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm Francesco, and I'm one of the founders of Xetal. In Xetal, we believe that a smart home is not just controlling lights, controlling heating, or controlling doors. We believe that a home should be capable to detect an accident, a person falling, a kid sleepwalking, an intrusion. You should be able to detect it when it happens and before it happens. In order to do this, we have built a monitoring system that works real time, that can actually analyze and understand everything that is happening at home, and it is based only on sensors that we put on walls. You don't have to wear a telephone, you don't have to wear an Apple Watch or any other sort of fancy gadgets. You just enter the house, we know you're there, we know what you're doing, and based on that, we know if the danger is in store for you. We are already using this technology in the first product for hospitals and nursing homes, specifically elderly care or people which suffer from post-traumatic operational stress. And with partners, we are bringing this to every home, banks, and offices for security and safety.
Thank you. That's very good. Let me ask you some questions. Now, do you have partners you work with as well?
Yes, we have partners in Italy. We are starting partnership in UK, Canada, Japan. We have requests in US as well, and the Netherlands.
Gee, I thought I could have been a partner for you in Canada, but you've already had somebody.
We have a small partner for hospitals mostly. They are mostly using this for hospitals. So For all the rest, it's still open.
Oh, well, I'll talk to you afterwards. Well, that sounds very interesting. Now, where are you financially? Do you looking for more money, or are you?
We have done already 2 seed rounds. So we're not rich, but we're not poor. We're well off.
Yeah.
And we're now starting already, based also on interest from various VCs, building a round A for something like 2 or 3 millions.
Yeah.
And with this, before you ask, that we have few actually contracts, large contracts coming up, and the money is for that. It's to realize them.
Oh, good. Great. Okay, well, why don't you have a fast seat here, and thank you. I think we have a few minutes to, nobody's giving me the high sign at all, but maybe I can ask a few more questions here. And whenever I'm supposed to stop, somebody will yank us off the stage. I didn't ask you about your funding. Where are you in your funding for the business and that sort of thing?
So we are 3 years old, and in the beginning we raised some seed funding, and we're just closing a €4 million round, basically as we speak. So we have a lot of funds at the moment to roll out, but just before the round, before the financing round is after the finance, or vice versa. After the financing round is before the financing round. So
it's interesting. So all of these companies are, they've got going. They all have some customers. They're still in the early stages. They're now moving towards the second or third rounds of financing. Let me just ask each of you in sequence, starting from the far end, what are the 2 most difficult things you've had to deal with in getting from the idea to where you are today?
I guess finding the team. That was a big step. Took some time. And the second one is really building the product to the very end. So it's always taking longer than expected. So I guess, yeah, and finding the team in the beginning also takes longer than expected. So I guess that's where 2 main challenges.
Your keen ones? Yeah. What are your 2 key challenges you found?
So the key challenge is funny for us because we replaced the key. But basically, that's it, right? We're replacing a key which is 4,000 years old. And it's almost in the DNA of humans to use the metal key and think that it's convenient and secure. But it's actually not. And to bring this story every day to tell people how convenient it could be using KIWI, that's a big challenge. But it's also big fun, because whenever I give a key to someone, we call this in German, der Schlüsselmoment, the key moment, where you walk up through the door and it automatically opens and you're like, get a smile on your face, right? So that's really rewarding, right? But we need to find a way to bring this message to the mass, right?
So it's really and this is true of a lot of new technologies. There's a sort of a, market diffusion challenge. In other words, great product, but diffusion through society sometimes, depending on the product.
Absolutely.
So that's
and it helps a lot if you have customers who have a real benefit and are already paying for something similar, right? So our Deutsche Post customer, they pay us, but the private consumers, we really need to make a mindset shift. Right?
Yes. So what are your 2 key challenges?
From one end is business, because most of our business is actually B2B. So the timing in B2B, it's not the shortest. So you need to be able to have enough time and life together. And the other one is actually the nurses. We have a system which has to work with nurses of any sort of education, of people that don't care, don't want to care. So it has to resist being treated like a piece of junk, and it has to work without any effort whatsoever every time. And that took us a good 2 years to actually have it.
That's interesting. And during our smart city discussion, I think one of the things that kept coming up was interacting with the citizens and getting people involved and these concerns. And this applies to technologies, too, that you're introducing. How do you get people to embrace it and support it? And how do you get people to change their habits? And that's certainly one of the big challenges in the whole smart city transformation. How do you change your habits? And so I think in all of those cases, it's interesting. So now, is there one more point that each of you would like to make to tell this audience. Let's assume they're all investors. Look at all the investors out there. So one more fast point about your company and why they should invest in your company.
I guess it's really the tricky part to get the technology working. And we are very far on this, and I guess we are really one of the leading companies in the world right now. And we are in a very interesting market. I mean, especially the enterprise market. Big companies like Google, like Apple, cannot go into this market. Map data indoors is very sensitive data. So we can provide this data security that is really needed there. So we spend 80% of our times indoor for our lives. So I guess our system is really, really interesting for a lot of use cases. So I guess this could be an argument.
Great. So now what's your pitch? Why should they invest? What's the key point here?
Well,
key point, you like that,
yeah,
did you?
I love that. Thank you so much. We're building a $1 billion company based on an essential thing that people have been using, or they need to have this. It's security, it's convenience, it's privacy, and all these things we are already offering to our customers. And today, we are also adding emotion and design. And again, I can only invite you at 4 p.m. to our press conference where we are launching our new key design, which is going to blow your mind. And hopefully, you don't need to invest a lot of money, but you can just pay us €3 a month for using Kiwi. I would be very happy. 4 p.m. at the very end on the left side. Thank you.
Now the one key pitch for you as well.
Okay. Well, my pitch is a story. One of the first users was the grandmother of my wife. She's 83. She often wakes up at night, and one day she fell, and they could assist her in a matter of 2 hours. Otherwise, it would have been days. She would probably be either in trauma or dead. We are the only system that can do that. There's nothing else out there.
That's a great story. Well, I'd like to thank everybody on your behalf for being here, and it's been great. 3 great stories. So line up to invest now.